series. Sorry about that. We had a problem with the video streaming. Does anyone can tell me how it looked like right now? How is the sound? We have some kind of technical problem today. Okay, and how is the video? Can you see the chart? We have some problems today. I don't know if it's my internet. Have some problems today. I don't know if it's my internet. How is the screen? Is it okay? Okay, thank you guys. I don't know what happened, but the Steam didn't work at the. Okay, you can see. Is it clear, Mike Colombo? Is it a clear picture? Thank you, sir. Okay, today there is a lot of a chop market here, and thank you, sir. Thank you for your help. So if we look, there is a lot of Mike. Thank you, sir. Mike, I don't know if you were there yesterday, Mike, but I think you need to update your system. A message to all our traders: they need to update their system. Some of the stuff is not going to work with the old files. You need to install the new files, and please, for the one has missed the update yesterday, let us know, please. It's very important to stay updated. We provide around, I don't know, we provide 30, 40 updates a year, so, and that costs a lot of money. So we provide the free updates, but just the members have to update themselves, that's it. We released yesterday this auto trade, and we're gonna have more update on it. It's gonna be individual license for this one here. This is one of the most advanced automated trades, and we have released it. I don't know, Mike, if you were there or not, but we will. Yesterday we were updated, so we didn't cover a lot. Next week we will cover a lot about this auto trade, next generation auto trade. There is a lot of a chop in the market, so we gotta approach this one a little bit more careful today. At the beginning, the market went down, and then bounced right back. And now the problem we have on the ES is 44.84, and we really desperately needs to get out of this area. The Nasdaq is not really doing well. The Nasdaq is having a problem. So the market is, I mean, it's still my favorite chart, the 4 minutes. I always use the 4 minutes, and the DAX is doing very well on the but the Nasdaq is struggling. The YM is okay. I think we have a YM trade here. No, we don't. We have a CL. And let's bring down a YM trade. I don't have anything on the YM right now. So there we go. Be careful, guys. You know, stay on the side, please. Stay on the side right now. Let's see what we are doing. We still not. If we look, we had on the ES, that once you look at the ES chart, that will give you a big picture of what's going on in the market. The first things, there is no trend on the ES. And the ES having a problem on a minor, again, on a minor resistance from 947 to now. And then we have a huge resistance here, and that it is almost impossible right now. So could be the ES is gonna get jammed in here. So please, yes, whether you are auto trading or you are a manual trading, because some auto traders, amateur auto traders, they say, well, I'm auto trading. Yes, you are auto trading, and if the market not trending, you're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna lose money. When you are auto trading and the market is not able to move and get into the chop market, your auto trade does not mean for the guy is trading manual, he have a resistance, and you are auto trading, you don't have a resistance. You both have a problem on the ES at the moment. Not just because because some traders think because they are auto trading that resistance line and the ES is not moving, that's not their problem because they are auto trading. Right. Well, where is the auto trade is gonna make your ticks if this ES is not moving? Where the ES is gonna make ticks for you? It's the opposite. When the market get jammed like this, any auto trade will start losing money. And that fact, a lot of people don't want to talk about it to those amateur traders about auto trading. They say, go ahead, auto trade, and you're going to be fine. And they forget to mention this. And if we notice here, if a guy is manual trading or auto trading, it's the same story. Whether you are scalping or swing trading, it's the same story. Whether you are using our auto trade or somebody else auto trade, it's the same story. That ES is not able to break that area, and that is going to cause you losses. Sadly, some traders, they don't understand that. They think when they are auto trading, the auto trade should make money, and this is it, the end of the story. Well, this is not the end of the story, because if this ES not able to break this resistance, you can brush it off, you can dismiss it, but at the end of the day, it's going to come out of your pocket, not mine. So you cannot just ignore what the market is telling you. We need to make sure that when we are auto trading, there is no bumpy rides on the way. When we see we have an ES, which I'm using on the ES, if you notice here, which we have mentioned on the previous videos, when the market is in a chop market, then what I do, I go on a very small time frame. Most of the auto trades, they cannot do the small time frame. Maybe they have one chart might succeed at the end of the night, but they cannot show it to you at daytime because most of those auto trades not able to trade on 10 seconds. They lose a lot. This auto trade is extremely accurate on the 10 seconds. Because it's on 10 seconds, what happened if we look at this entry here is the entry is somewhere around there and is already broke even because it's on a smaller time frame. And that's what I meant on a small time frame. When the market, as we see here, the ES went from 946 all the way to 1016, almost half an hour, couldn't break that line, and now we jump to the major resistance, is trying to break it, and probably it will now start getting momentum, and it might break it. And those conditions here, your best friend is your 10-second auto trade. Somebody tried to copy our 10 second with their auto trade, and they fell. And 4 out of 5 days they fell to produce the same accuracy we do on the 10 seconds. So, whatever we do, we have somebody who try to do the same, and it's not going to happen. This one here, it is very well, does work without any filter because the entry is very well done, the entry on it. Can take a trade with the trend and reversal in the same time. So this is a very smart auto trade. It's not just a regular ATR 20 years old. So this is right now, as you see here, this ES is gonna come to the support area around. This is not short, guys. This is a pullback. If we notice here, the first resistance line from here to here, and now as we see here, this is 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times fell, which you can see they are trying to push it and break those areas, and they're not able because the trend is very weak. However, we don't have a short at the moment. The pullback re-entry is 448400. The pullback re-entry, if you want to re-enter or do anything on your chart, you should be on a sim. We're not responsible for your trade. This is a total educational room. This is not a trading room. So if we look at this one here, it is the pullback re-entry 4484, and I'm gonna let it be. Now, if you like the 375, because today is gonna be some a lot of volatility in here, and we're gonna be sideways and all kind of stuff. So on days like this, if your daily target is 1,000, you have to forget that, because today, if you're gonna stay stubborn about it, there is a probability you will be losing $1,000. On a day like this, you should be very humbled for whatever you can get out of the market, and you need to stay safe. And this is the 15-second coming from that market analyzer here. Also, if we look at the NASDAQ, go hand in hand with the ES. If we look at the ES, there is a heavy resistance in here. And if we look at the NASDAQ, we have also double resistance. When you see double resistance, most likely 8 out of 10, guys, most likely 8 out of 10, when you see double resistance, the market is going to halt. It's going to try very hard to break double resistance. This is when you have an accuracy in your system. So if we notice here, the accuracy is overwhelming on the resistance, and it was minor resistance, and we came into the major resistance, the ES didn't go anywhere. And this is a special message for this guy is trying to auto trade, and he have an idea about this week is 2,000, next week is to 4,000, and the week after is 8,000, and the week after is 16,000. You're not counting right, because you're gonna have some days. You're gonna have some days like this, and if you are blind in the market, it will be the opposite direction. It will not double up your money. You're gonna be losing half of your capital. So this is not a kid's game. This is not, oh man, I can get it. I can kick ass in there. This is not a game. Can go with just saying, I have a strong feeling. Your feeling is irrelevant. Your auto trade is irrelevant. Your knowledge plus your instruments has to be accurate to guide you when you are auto trading, to verify when you are in problem or not. If you don't have your basic and understand where you are in the market today, and you are close your eyes and auto trade, and guess what? Within 3 months, you're gonna be out. And you're not gonna say, I didn't learn. You're not gonna say, I brushed off anyone and I thought I can do it with my eyes closed. In the trading industry, you cannot close your eyes. They say where the money don't sleep in this movie, and also you don't sleep with it. You don't sleep with your money. It's not just your money don't go to sleep. You don't go to sleep either. You don't see anyone making money by just go to sleep or close his eyes. There is no such a business. You're going to close your eyes, turn off your brain, and make money. If this is the case, then you're not going to have a guy delivering pizza for you on Friday. This is not the true story here. If we look here on the NASDAQ and the ES has a problem in here, and the NASDAQ has a problem in here. Our profit, and this is the auto trade. Let me switch him so you can see it closer. This is the ES, and always, even if you are at your office or you are anywhere, you just need to keep your eye on it. You don't have to be involved emotionally, but you always turn on the 1 minute. You put your auto trade next to the technical chart, and now here it is, guys. I have 487. I can cash in or I can stay. This is your job. As we see here, there is a problem in here. Today, when you look at the market analyzer in the morning and you see half of it is red, it don't need a genius or a brilliant trader to know there is a chop in the market, and the market might go sideways, up and down like tango dance, couple bars forward, couple bars backward, and that is a nightmare for manual trading and auto trading. It's not just auto trading. Even for guys who are manual trading, is a nightmare for them. They can see it better from the guy is auto trading, because most of those guys auto trade, they are baby traders. They were born yesterday, 3-4 years, with all the respect. I don't mean to insult anyone, but they are baby traders. They still crawling. They don't even get up and walk or run. So what I'm saying is, when a guy, out of respect, I'm saying a baby, because we all love babies, not trying to insult anyone, God forbid. But for a guy who's been trading for a couple of 3 years, to me, he's still like one of my kids, a baby trader, because he have a long journey in front of him. Like my children, when they were born, they had a long journey in front of them. And the bigger they get, the nightmare they get more. So what I'm saying is, doing those years of trading, you're going to bump into a lot of nightmares in the trading, because it's not a piece of cake. But once you start understanding the rhythm in the market, this is when you start eating the honey from the market. So what we see here right now, the market is trying to build a momentum and trying to break out this area. If this ES break this double resistance, we are on $1,000 trade. Has nothing to do with your optimization, has nothing to do with your setting, has nothing to do what time frame you are using. And then on this one here, we have a $400. If the ES break that area, the NASDAQ is going to follow. So if this area, we break that area, we are on $1,000 trade here, and we are on $1,000 on the NASDAQ. If this ES didn't make it, as you see here, and fell, so there is two options here. You can close your position, walk away with 450 plus 400, okay? That's around 1,000 and call it off. Or you can stay in the market and take your chances, and you can maybe get a couple $1,000. And those are not the auto-traded job. Those are, God gave us a brain to use it. We cannot turn off our brain when your money is in the market. I don't care what everybody said. You are not allowed to turn off your brain when your money is online, somebody else trying to grab it, and you don't want to take any responsibility. I have a good news for you. You are not a trader. You are just an amateur passing by. Within 6 months, you're going to lose your money. And then you're going to say how smart you are, but the system screw you up. It's not the system, it's you. You are the driver. You are the driver. You are the one controlling those systems, not me. So here it is right now, as we see the Nasdaq trying to break this double resistance and fell. Why? Because the ES, even if the Nasdaq for the last 5-6 years, there we go, Vito is awake, oh God. Okay, even the last 4 or 5 years, Nasdaq has become his own personality. Don't follow the ES that much. And we have you are too honest. Yeah, well, I don't want to give honey and milk to guy, you know. Thank you. We have a guy saying you're too honest. Well, we don't want to babysit a grown man. We're bored with it. We've been in the public for 15 years, and we tried that. And then what we sit down and we bust our back and trying to give a guy, telling him you need to learn, and the guy think, what we get people want to divorce his wife and he want to have an auto trade. Another guy is in a trailer, his girlfriend is a dancer, she dumped him for a rich man and now he want to be success. Another guy, he was abused and now he wants to have an auto trade. Another guy, he has a retarded son and he want to secure his future to buy him an auto trade. Me and this guy, we didn't end up very good. I told him, I can see how your son is retarded because the father is retarded on the phone. And because what I tell my kids, if you're gonna go hungry, that's your problem. Provide you education. I'm not gonna give you money. That's what I tell my kids. I don't tell my kids, I'm gonna buy you an auto trade for a couple $1,000 and secure your location. And in Texas, I was at the airport from 7:30 to 3:30 in the afternoon, delivering Domino's pizza from 4 o'clock to 1 o'clock. And back then I was recording the sessions in the class, and I was driving my Toyota when I was a kid. Listen to the cassette tapes back then. Because I didn't have time to study at home. And I was delivering pizza, and I'm proud I was delivering pizza when I was a kid. And then at the same time going from 7:30 to 3:30. I had to drink every kind of coffee and all kind of stuff on the final exam so I can stay from one day to another. I will not allow my children to sit down on their butt and thinking the money is going to come just fall from the sky. So what I told to my kids clearly, I'll support you, I will sell my car, I sell everything I have to give you an education, but you will never get a dime from me. I earn it, I want to spend it when I get old and retired. With your mother, go somewhere, enjoy life under my last years. So when a guy come in and tell me I want to buy an auto trade to secure his son's life because he's not very bright, yeah, I couldn't keep shut up. I said, well, he's not bright because the father is not bright. And I don't care if he's going to purchase. I'm not going to sit down, butter his hands because he want to pay. No, I'll pay him to stay away from me. Those people, when they come in, you work very hard for 15 years, and here's a guy come and start bubbling his mouth, ruin your he was cheated and was not good because his brain is off and he's expected me to make money for him and his brain is off. In this business, you turn off your brain, go find you somewhere else. Software, we don't babysit a grown man. and this is not a sales talk, I'm very bored with those kind of people. When we were on a holiday, I had a guy, I saw him purchase on the web. I talked to him. I said, look, my friend, no harm feeling, but I refunded his money. I don't want to deal with him. I couldn't stand him for 5 minutes. I didn't want him in the room. And the reason is the guy, he have a high expectation. He wants $5,000 a day, and he has $2,000, and he has no education. So what I did, I give him recommendation to my competitors, let him bark somewhere, and I know he's gonna whack this competitor, and he's gonna go ahead and put all kind of stuff about him on the net, because he have a very high, he wants to make 200% a day. And I told him, guess what? Our software will not give you 200%. And on your $2,000, you will be lucky to make a couple $100. This is my software. But however, this guy can give you a software, can give you 10,000 a day, because he advertised it, you know. Then I sent him there, and he told me he went, and you're gonna hear him squeaking after a couple of weeks when he loses money. I don't want those people. So on this here, I'm not trying to market in here. I'm trying to put common sense to those auto traders. No matter what you're using, Banana Auto Trade, Best Pro Trade Auto Trade, Voodoo Auto Trade, whatever you are using, it's not going to change the fact the ES having a problem. When the ES is not making takes, your auto trade is not making money. How are you going to get hair out of a bald-headed man when he has no hair? How are you going to make money out of that one when there is no ticks to be made? When the ticks to be made, if we look here on the DAX, when the market is trending, the auto trades are like a beautiful, gorgeous woman. And when the market is not trending, they can be nightmare. They can be witches, you know. So there is two sides of the story, and this is the trader's job, to understand when the market is in chop, and we're not asking him to sit down in a room for 10 years to learn price action. No. What we are asking him, we are training every day here on the YouTube, almost every day. And what I do, I share what I'm looking at. Day after day, if you are paying attention, whether you have our system or not, when I say this ES has been having a problem here for over an hour, and now he has another problem here. It don't need a brilliant trader or a light bulb on his head to see the ES is not going anywhere. Now, if the guy refused to see that, that is not my problem. If a guy is auto trading and he have $300, $400, $200 on an auto trade, and the auto trade took a trade, has $10. I don't want to say 600, has $10. Okay? And if he cannot see that, it's not my problem. We are a tool provider. We are an educational leader. He will be buying auto trades the rest of his life, but he will never make money. Because if he cannot read it, how long has been this ES struggling and cannot go anywhere, and he still want to insist on auto trading, then he has a problem. Because all what it takes, go to this one here, close position. That's all what he needs to do. I don't know, I cannot do this. Why, can't your auto trade do it by itself? Do I have to do all this work? You know, when a guy said that to me, what you want me to say? Well, you like money, don't you? Yeah, that's why I want to buy auto trade, so I don't have to deal with it. Well, you don't want to deal with it, but you want to have the money in it. Yeah. You don't want to work. No. You give him a stress. Then what are you doing in the market if it gives you stress? The whole thing here is stressful, you know. So, you know, this is the confliction, because what they see on the YouTube a guy, I don't know, he was born yesterday, promising giving you profit $50,000 if you buy his CDs. Really? Honestly, if you find an oil in your backyard, or if you dig on your backyard. Today it was in England, somebody removed an old carpet and he found a box under the wood, plenty of gold. I mean, seriously, do you think if you find a box with gold in it in your backyard, are you going to go on the net, golly, I find gold in my backyard, or are you going to keep your mouth shut and cash in, you know? So you don't sit down and send a CD and sell a CD and to show how you make $50,000 a year. Very simple. In those last 27 years, a lot of people came into the future trading promising having a great system. Here is what happened. When too many people using the same system, it fell. I don't want to call the names. There is so many systems came into the market. At the first 2 months, they worked great. But when everybody started using that system, it fell. You know, and on top of that, it was no update, no support. It fell. Because if you don't keep maintaining your auto trade and teach this guy what to look for in the market beside the auto trade, the guy is going to fail 100%. 100%. If a guy want to auto trade without education, his lifetime in the trading is 6 months. For the last 27 years, we have not seen anyone making money in the market without education. For the last 15 years, dealing with the public, I've never seen anyone make money on a ranker bar. I've never seen anyone making money. We have the older traders use range, but they know what they're doing. The new guys, they're trying to use range. They fail because they don't understand range. For the last 15 years, I never, in the public, we've been around 15 years now in the market, to the public selling software. I've never seen a guy had a shortcut with us or with anyone else, made money on an auto trade without being educated. Zero. And anyone tell me the opposite, he's full of it. Because an auto trades can work when the market is trending. They are like a beautiful, gorgeous woman. But when the market is sideways, now your gorgeous woman turned out to witch. And this one here is overwhelming. From 9:46 to 10:16, that's half an hour. The ES was jammed on a minor resistance for half an hour. From 10:16 to 10:46, the ES is jammed on the resistance here. It's right in front of you. It's right in front of you. There is no magic in it and does not require any guy learn about price action. It's in front of you. That is going to cause everything in the market to hold, including the NASDAQ, YM. Everything in the market is chopped. Until this ES break that area and you're going to see this market fly, you won't have even time to buy. Your best choice is an auto trade. So when a guy see that, even if he's at his office working, when he see this, that is from 9:30 to 10:47, over an hour, 1 hour 25 minutes, the ES is blinking telling you I'm having a problem. In 1 hour 25 minutes, even if you are working in the office, you should see it. And then you say, okay, let's see what we have here. I have NASDAQ 400, I'm going to close it. I have an ES 500, I'm going to close it and call it off for today. This does not look good. When you do that, your profit factor is going to increase by 100%. When you are leaving the auto trade to the destiny and you don't want to look at it, you are very unstable trader. It could be 2 days you're gonna be making 10,000, and then on the third day, on the fourth day, you're not looking at the market. The market is chump. You're gonna dump all your profit, and you're gonna lose all your profit, and you're gonna start all over again. And one day you will be making 2,000, another day you lose 2,000, another day 3,000, minus 3,000 because you're not looking. The auto trades can take a trade, but the consistency coming from you, how you can manage an auto trade, how to stop the auto trade when you see things like this, how you can increase your auto trade, when to start, when to stop. As we see right now on the NASDAQ, didn't do any, just made a couple of 300 on it. And we know why. We know why. And now it is start sinking. If we look on the 10-second, it is one straight line on the ES. This is, without any indicator, is telling you this market is not going anywhere. And now here is the re-entry, and here is the resistance. And now we are at 10:47, the clock working against us after 11 o'clock, and this market is not going anywhere. On a days like this, most of the auto traders lose money on a day like this. On a day like this, 75% of an ES people, that will lose money. 75%. Because the other 25 are manual traders. When they see this, they refuse to the CL. When they see, and which we have said on the YouTube, when you see there is confliction between the ES, NASDAQ, and Dow Jones, don't even look at the chart. Look at the market analyzer is working. Why? Because those manual traders knows when there is a problem on the ES, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, they're not combining, they're not working together. They go and refuse to the CL. 9 out of 10, when there is problem on the ES, turn around on the CL, you'll find it trending. And this is one of the secret, because they know, they've been there. They know they cannot challenge the ES. If this ES is here right now, they know they cannot challenge it. There is no new money to be made. Going on the resistance 448675, support 448475. There is no trade. There is no trend. There is no money. There is no ticks. They know that. They see that. So what they do, they go on a CL, and they can find plenty there. Every time you see that, turn around on the CL chart and you see it's trending. Turn around on the auto trade CL, it's trending. Here's a CL. It's trending. No big deal. It's trending. So you cannot say I only want to trade NASDAQ. You cannot say I only trade. It's a trade on the CL. You put your favorite chart. You put your favorite chart. You auto trade it. And auto trading is beautiful things. But you need to learn how to manage it, when to start, when to stop. When you see problem, stop it. When you see this auto trade struggling, stop it. Try to take a profit, cool off a little bit, walk away for 15 minutes, come back fresh, and try to see if the momentum changed in the market, then turn it back on. You cannot be sitting on a gambling table 10 hours a day expecting to make money. This is the same story in here. Now if we look at this, we see now the ES is trying to build a momentum, trying to break it, but has not broke it yet. And we need to see the bar close above those lines. If this market close above this line right now, without looking at this chart, I know we are up to $1,000 in no time. If this ES fell, now the trailing stop is 448425, is right in line, and I'm going to leave it alone. So it's not about optimization, it's about the ES able to break this one, I will make 1,000, and if the ES was not able to make it, I will walk away with 500. No matter how long you're going to stay on the weekend optimization, it's not going to change the fact. The optimization is not going to figure out on Tuesday at 10:51 you have a double resistance here. It's not going to figure it out. There is no platform that's going to figure out that for you. You know, so this is conditions happen beside the optimization. The optimization is giving you the trailing stop loss average. That's it. It's not going to predict for you at 10:52 and on August the 24th you're going to have double resistance on the ES is going to jump here. It's not going to predict that. And anyone is telling you if you're going to optimize the auto trade, it's going to give you success. He's full of it. And I challenge him. I challenge anyone those guys come at night and telling me if you optimize an auto trade, you don't have to look at it and you will end up in success. That's a bunch of hogwash. Because what you're going to tell this guy, even if he spent 8 months optimizing, and if this guy came in here and he have a very shiny template and this market start pulling back in here, what you got? Probably the guy is selling this auto trade cannot even trade a paperback. So how he's gonna trade his hogwash? You know, you cannot predict an auto trade how much it's gonna make. I don't care what you do on the optimization, back testing, forward testing, banana testing, whatever you want to do. In the reality, folks, it's a bunch of hogwash. In the reality, if you don't keep your eye on 1 minute chart, none of them. And if you don't understand what's going on in here, you are shooting in the air. It's a matter of time before you run out of game. You know, if you have a $5,000, if you want to auto trade and you have $5,000, that's 10 losing days only. This is 10 losing days only. So you gotta be, you think twice before you start using the real money without education. And here is what freaks me out. It is free, for God's sake. You know, we're not even collecting email. We are not trying to tell you if you buy this, you get this, and we don't even do that. It's actually the opposite. We are pushing you away from buying anything. We're not trying to market anything here. We're not encouraging you to buy anything. But for God's sake, when a guy refuses to get free education and try to get a little advice from an older guy like me, if you think you're smarter, let's talk in 5-10 years. Let's see how smart you are. Because when I came in here, I said, oh, I have 7 diploma engineer and blah, blah, blah. I mean, who the hell this guy telling me what to do? A guy in Europe and Switzerland. I had to chase him back. I have to chase all those older guys after 5 years in Geneva. And I put them back in a restaurant. And I said, tell me what you told me 5 years ago. And I start writing down everything. I chased those guys after 5 years. You know, because at the beginning I was stupid, arrogant. You know, I'm smart. Who the hell he is? You know, I'm smarter than him. Yeah. Turn out I'm not smarter than anyone. It turn out this market, if you think you're smart, think again. This market is smarter than you. There is 20 million smarter people out there, and they hardly can survive from a day to day. And you come in, you don't want to do anything, and you want to make it. You're not going to make it. If you don't get education, you're not going to make it. Simple as that. And it's not going to be overnight. It's not. Some people might take him 2 months. Some people might take him 1 year. Depends how much you work on it. The more you start adopting what's going on in the market, you become a professional trader. It's not how much PNL. Today is 6,000, tomorrow is a banana. It's not the PNL. It is how much you can recognize the market. Then you become consistent. When I see this ES is going like this, there is no money to be made. We said the same thing an hour ago when we started the webinar. We said there is no money to be made today. Be careful. Stay on the side. Now it is 10:56. Tell me what we have lost. In 2 hours, What did we miss in 2 hours? Nothing. What did we miss? On which trend we missed? Nothing. We didn't miss anything in here. We didn't miss anything. The market not trending. 1 minute we have 700 and now we're going down to 400. And this ES most likely will close around 300. Now we have the gold is eating banana. Welcome to trading. We cannot be winner all the time, but there we go. We have one loser. It's trending. Why is trending? CL, when the ES is not working, your CL is an exit for you. And look at this. If you look on the last 4 years we've been going live on YouTube, it never fell once. Once you see there is a problem on the ES, you turn around on the auto trade on the CL, and you will find it is working. Here's an option for the trader having a problem between those two. If you want to trade or if you have money, take one ES and take a CL. Don't take a NASDAQ. Don't take a YM. Why? Because if your ES is not working, your CL is working. So those are, and now you can have a micro account. You can trade a micro account, or you can use this chart. This is a micro account chart. If we look at it, this one based on 1 minute, one contract, half of it is in red, not in the green, half of it is in red, and there is no money, it's flat. You see that? But if you want to take an ES and if you want to take a CL, do that. You know, always when the ES not moving, the CL is moving. Always, guys, remember, for your own safety. It doesn't matter what system you are using. And I'm going to be closing this. No use for it. It was a losing trade. Going short, and that is a losing trade. Guaranteed. This is a losing trade. Why? Look at the support here. The ES not able to break it. I don't want you to learn price action. And what I want you to learn, how to look at support resistance, how to look at fibs. That's all. Measure the buyers and the sellers, and those, they come slowly. But the most important, to keep your eye on the fib when you are auto trading. That's all what I'm asking you. I'm not asking you to be in the room 10 hours a day and pay me money. No, I'm asking you learn your fibs. And also on our website, I made around 20 page about fib, and you will find it under Fibonacci. You will find I made a big report about Fibonacci. I put everything in there. So there we go. On this one here, is guaranteed is a losing trade. I can spot it right there. I can spot it. Even if it's going to go down a few ticks down, even if it's going to go a few ticks down, it's going to stop right here at 4483. Nothing is going to happen to this trade. Nothing happened on the long, and nothing is going to happen on the short. If you took a long trade, I don't know how much it made a few hundred, and now on the short, there is not much money in it. Maybe 300-400, maybe 200, but there is not much in it. So we're going to leave it as is. And if you notice here, look at this. I'm going to cut my losses on this and let it take another trade. Simple as that. I'm going to cut my losses on it and let it take the second trade. I don't do that every day. I'm trying to show you what you can do to an auto trade to avoid disaster. Because no matter what you do, I know most of you have been told if you do the optimization, nothing gonna happen. That's a hogwash. You know, optimization can give you your trailing stop, your stop loss. It's not gonna predict for you double support, double resistance. It's not gonna predict when the market is sideways. It's not gonna predict when the market is like a tango dance. You know, couple bars forward, couple bars backwards. It's not gonna do that. You have an eyes to look at that chart, and you have to look at it. If you are new in the trading or you've been around for a couple 3 years, don't pay me and don't pay anyone. Try to learn to predict this bar, the first bar, where it's going. Try to learn how to predict that, because once you start predicting this and you start aiming it right, you are on the money. You can take a manual trade, you can auto trade, you can do whatever you want. You got freedom. Sitting behind the computer on the weekend optimizing, trying to find a way to exit from you to work is not going to help you. Going with a Renko bar is not going to help you. Manual and auto trading looks good. When you optimize, you're going to see beautiful numbers. In the reality, there is nothing. So as we see today, it's not the best performance on today. And welcome to trading. We have to show you the good days and the bad days. I'm not going to hide the bad days. This is the performance when you have a market not trending. And that is going to happen once a week. Could be twice a week. How would I know? So when you have a good trending day, you got to save your money, protect your money. And when you see a crappy day like today, you need to be away from trading to protect the good days you had in the market. You cannot just keep banging on the market 7 days a week, 24/7, expecting everything gonna be sweet for you. Welcome to trading. That's reality, folks. That's reality about trading. Take it or leave it. That's how it is. I'm going to take a break for 5 minutes and we'll continue. Thank you. as we see right now, the market analyzer, half of it is in red and half of it is in the green. All the ES struggling. All the ES trades are struggling everywhere. Everywhere they are struggling. If we take to another auto trade, this is the ones we gave you. Also is a struggling auto trade. If we look at the trades, this is very advanced automated trade. And look at those small trades. And what we are using 18 second. And look at this, break even, losing trade, small trade, small trade, small trade, small trade, losing trade, winning trade, winning trade. Look at this. How many trades are even, break even? Look at this. You see, this is a very accurate auto trade using all those systems here. And we are not using any filter. If you use a filter on it, this auto trade can measure also, you can use as a filter, which we're gonna cover next week on Monday. It's gonna cover, you can, when the sellers over the buyers will take. This buyers and sellers has 6 different time frame. No matter how smart we are, that auto trade is smarter. It's measuring on one system from 1 minute to 30 minutes. Another system measuring from 1 minute to 30 minutes. And there is another indicator in there, it's not there. And then the bears, the bulls, the signal. The signal here is based on 40 indicators. 40 indicators, 40. MACDs, ATRs, volatility, you name it, is right there in the signal. And then you have the CCI, everything you need is right there. And this is not even, this kind of auto trade is not even for retailers. We have built the same kind of auto trades for companies as well, with a different platform, not on a Renko bar and NinjaTrader, that's for sure. And then look at this. It's a struggling market. So even the most sophisticated auto trade is not doing well on the ES. Now, if it's a cute guy say, I didn't have a problem with my ES, he's full of it. Here's another auto trade. This one here, it is the TI7. He took that trade. He took that trade. He made money on that trade, on the ES 5 minutes. But if we look out of all the ES we have, this is the only one made money, and the reason is on that auto trade there is a reversal and trade with an entry, with a trend. If we look and examine what he did on this trade, he took the opposite. He took the reversal. To our traders, this is including the B scalper. The B scalper on the TI7, it is a reversal auto trade. And what happened, you can see he took a reversal here. He took a trade with a trend, a reversal. He nailed it. The reason is because on the TI7, there is a reversal, the B scalper, the scalper and the A scalper on the TI7, and the C scalper, they are trading with the trend, and the B scalper trading the opposite, reversal. And the reason that auto trade made it, because it's a reversal, but the ones are trading with the trend, they are struggling. So now if we look at the next generation, the way this one here, the latest auto trade we released, Now we broke even, and we will see the outcome of that trade. If you notice, when I'm looking at the auto trade, I'm not looking at the money. When I'm looking at the auto trade, I'm looking once the market a break even, I'm happy. So when your auto trade a break even, I'm safe. So for me, when I'm auto trading, I stay nervous until this market break even. Let's take another one. This is a YM, a broke even, I'm relaxed. I don't care if it's $200 or $20 or $400 or $1,000. Once the market break even, I'm relaxed. And what you do, if you wanted to overwrite, like now, because the market is not really good, plus one tick, now you can sit down and put your legs up on the table and have your coffee, and you don't have to worry. Why? Because that trade is not costing us any more money. That's it. On this DAX, we broke even. You can see the distance. If we want to protect some of this money, we can take it. You can take it to the high low or a low high, whatever you want to do it, you can do it, or you can put it on the fib. Now if we want to look at the technical chart is coming to the 4484. We are on 4485. So that means this, if this ES keep dropping, it's gonna close around $100 on that trade. There is nothing to do with the auto trade. If the market turn around and broke those resistance line, we are on $1,000 trade. Simple as that. Has nothing to do with your optimization. Stop wasting your time on the weekend. It doesn't matter what auto trade you have, whether from us or somebody else. Don't ruin your weekend and ruin your family weekend sitting miserably behind a computer. Optimization for stop loss, trailing stop, target, average. The rest is I don't want to teach you price action. The rest is you need to keep your eye on the fib line. That's it. And when you start in the morning, we want to make sure the ES, NASDAQ, YM, they are on the same direction. As you see here, they're not on the same direction. And the 30-year Treasury bond is on the opposite. When you start in the morning and you see that the ES, NASDAQ, YM is on the same direction, long, and the 30-year Treasury bond short, this means immediately your day is gonna go smooth. Immediately. And then what you do, you put the 1 minute chart, or if you want to, you can move those fibs to this chart here. You can move your fibs to the chart here if you want to. I like my auto trade to stay clean, but you can move your fibs to here if you want to. And now I know I have $300 here and I have a problem here. I know what is my destination. I know what is my profit. Most of the time when we log in the afternoon, 99% all our traders are auto trading. And sometimes I ask myself why they are auto trading in the afternoon. Because if there is no money to be made in the morning, most likely you're not going to make money in the afternoon. I'll turn off the auto trades, or I put them on another monitor, and I will go on a sim and try to take a manual trade on the sim, not to make money, to train your eye. To train your eye, make a bet on that chart. If you are sitting in your office, don't look at your P&L. If you have time, take one, put it on a sim, take a trade, take 5 trades from 9:30 to 11, 12 o'clock. Limit yourself to 3 or 5 trades. The first week, the second week, you're going to be disaster trader, manual. And keep your auto trade on the other monitor. I'm not telling you not to auto trade. The reason is because once your eyes start catching, you can manage the auto trade, any auto trade, whether it's from us or somebody else. The difference between us and somebody else, most of them, those guys, they know how to do marketing, but they cannot trade a paperback. They want to teach you how to optimize and get rid of you. Here we get stuck by you for many years, trying to have an eye for the market. That's all what we're trying to do. So on that trade here, if this market break those level, we are on 1,000. If this market not to break it, it's gonna go down to the 44.8475. Simple as that. So our limitation on making money on that auto trade is very simple. It's very limited what we can make. Maybe I wish to have $1,000 today, but I'm not gonna able to make $1,000 today. So the idea about having an auto trade, and I only want to make 1,000. Maybe another day you're gonna make 2,000, and today, but you're not gonna make this 1,000. You know, or an ES or any kind of auto trade. This auto trade here is on $1,000 daily target, and if the market trending, it's gonna give you more money. That's it. It's gonna, if the market go into your favor, it's gonna give you more money. So if we are on 1,000, maybe today you're gonna get 2,000, but on a day like today, it's a very critical, maybe 2 option. Take a small trade, override the auto trade, close position, or stay away when the market is not moving. And then this way, you start building consistency, and take a chart, let's say the 1 minute chart, put it on a sim. It does not cost you any money. It does not cost you to pay anyone, because you need to rely on yourself. And then what you need to do, start taking a trade manually, day after day. The first week you're gonna be disaster trader. The second week you're gonna start getting there. In a matter of 2, 3, 4 weeks, now you start breaking even, and then now you start making money. Once you start understand the concept between support and resistance and all those whatnots here, try to read them, you know. But once we start with the fib line, once we start with the fib line, you are halfway through. Any trader don't do that is gonna stay in the circle just auto trading, because what he want the auto trade to be consistent day and night, and him not to interfere with it. And he hardly know how to make optimization, hardly know anything about it, and that it is impossible. That is impossible. I don't care. We're not in this age yet where this is a mechanical, automated, mechanical, you know. The same thing, an airplane can take off by itself and can land by itself and can fly by itself, but you still have pilots in there. I mean, you know, if the pilot's gonna disappear from an airplane, you will find me on a choo-choo train, because I'm not gonna ride an airplane when there is no captain in there. Because if something happened, a human has to interfere. This is where the money is. This is where you have your saving account. This is where you work hard for your money. You don't go on autopilot and go to sleep. You don't. This is more dangerous than an airplane because you can lose your livelihood. You can lose your saving account. You can lose your future money if you refuse to learn. And this is a serious matter. I know maybe you're bored with me being negative all the time, but I'm going to keep banging on your head until you start, for your own safety. I know what I need to do when I'm alone, but I'm trying to give it to you as is, with no marketing crap in there. If we look at this trade went all the way up to $400 and it broke even, and now it's going short. So it's not the Autotrade's problem, because when the ES was in here, you could have a closed position and made $400, and then when the markets start moving, turning around, you could have keep it on. So again and again and again, it is how you look at the market. And if we look here, now look at this trade. It's based on a pullback, took a trade. And this is, look at this. On the DAX, once we had over 6,000, and now we are going down to 4.5, to close around 4.5. Between 6.5 and 4.5, there is 2,000 euro. You just threw them out of the window by ignoring what the market is telling you. 2,000 euro. If you ignore $200 a day, just only $200 a day, that's $50,000 a year if you ignore $200 a day. So ignoring the market condition, you just calculate it. Don't listen to me. Just calculate it yourself. If you ignore $200 a day, or you have $200 losing day, $200 losing trade a day, that's $50,000 a year. And you do the calculation. If you have $5,000 in your account, and you ignore $200 a day, that's $50,000 a year. So try to add up that for me and tell me how you're going to survive in the market. By schmunk telling you you're going to be fine, or hear how you optimize and have a nice life, or you want to learn how to avoid losing trades. It will happen, lose trades. You cannot avoid. From Canada 5-6 years ago, he was looking for an auto trade, has no losing trade. I said, you know what, contact me in 30 years from now. And he said, why? And I said, well, contact me in 30 years. I have nothing for you. Anyway, this guy, because his friend is our customer, he came back and purchased the software. The first couple of years he was struggling as hell because he wanted an auto trade, not losing any trades. He purchased and purchased and purchased, and then he come back to our software. He find out there is nothing exists in there. He spent thousands of dollars and he couldn't find anything. It just don't lose any trades. The guy took him 2 years, and right now he become one of the most profitable trader. And when he see days like this, he put the auto trades on the side and he take a manual trade. He got it after 2 years. There is some people get the idea within a month. Some people will take 6 months. Some people take him 1 year. It depends how you accept that there is no fairy tale in here. You know, depends auto trade, and we got losing trade. So he accepted the fact that He has to learn, and he did. The sooner the better when you accept the fact. This is not going to go anywhere, so I'm keep talking and going around. Today, it is not a good day to trade. As we said, the 1 minute has been red and green, and welcome to trading. Today is a disaster day. It's not the most profitable day. Welcome to trading. If we look at the scalper was profitable because it is on a smaller time frame, and on a days like this, the smaller time frame usually succeed. If we look, we have a couple trades. The only high time frame is working right now. It's this one here. The Nasdaq start giving in. The Nasdaq to the trade. That's fine. But on a day like this, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, they are the best on a day like this. So right now, if this Nasdaq able to break those double support, we are going down straight to the 320.50, and that can be a good potential to $1,000 or $2,000 trade. If this Nasdaq not able to break this area, that means this trade is gonna go south. Simple as that, as clear as I am. Folks, that's all what we have for you today. I don't want to encourage anyone to keep trading. Today is a very volatility, and today there is a lot of people worldwide auto trading, not looking at the market. 95% of those people today has lost money, guaranteed. If some cute guy come in the evening and say, well, I didn't have a problem with my auto trade, show us during the daytime. Don't come at night like a Dracula. I can do that at night. Come and show us your trades and your knowledge live on YouTube. Don't hide behind a computer. Show us your skill. But don't come at night and say, I didn't have, because we have some people when we try it to tell you, guys, today we have a problem on ES. We have some cute guys come in the evening. My auto trade didn't have a problem today making money. This is a bunch of hogwash. Well, if it is not, show us your skill here, sir, with all the respect. Show us live how much you know. Show us live your auto trade. Folks, that's all.